Welcome to week 3. Okay, so this week we're learning about refueling and recovering. So how to kind of look after our body and really work with it to get the best out of it. So we're learning about energy through nutrition and how that's going to help the body. But our workout for this week, our 10-minute workout, is we're focusing on strength and intensity. So keeping with that strength, but now we're increasing the intensity. So we're coming to something called supersets. So the idea is they're like compounded exercises together that we do a bit longer and a bit more intensity with. So how our supersets are going to work is I want you to do 2 to 3 rounds of these 5 exercises. So first exercise is squats onto our shoulder press. Our second ones are our deadlifts into our rows, and then ending with plank. We're doing those 5 exercises 2 to 3 times. So I'm going to run through it twice with you, and I'm setting my timer on my iPad for 1 minute. So I'm going to do each exercise for 1 minute, and then I'm going to do a 45-second plank at the end. So I'll run through it with you as we go. So let's go to my timer. So like I said, I've set my timer for 1 minute. So I'm going to do each one 1 minute. So I'm going to start that timer. And the first one we're coming to is our squats. So as always, I'm going to grab my heaviest weight. So I'm taking my feet hip width, I'm bringing it down and up. So I'm rolling through my timer, 1 minute of exercise using the heaviest weight I've got. Nice and strong. So we know our squats now, we know what we're doing. So we're halfway through that minute. Nearly that last 10 seconds. So it's just 1 minute of work on that. Then we've just got a few seconds, rather than having a proper rest, we've got a few seconds just to quickly change what we're doing. So the next one we're doing is our shoulder press. So I'm going to set my 1 minute. I'm coming to my shoulder press. I'm going to grab my dumbbells up and down, 1 minute. Nice and strong. I've got my core pulled in. Glutes are tight, everything's protected. So we're coming up to halfway through that 1 minute. Last 20 seconds. So 1 minute of work, it's a lot harder. And we're having less rest in between. So it's going to feel a little bit tougher. We're just doing what we can. Last 5 seconds. Done. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it down. So my next exercise I'm coming to is we're coming to our deadlifts into our rows. So 1 minute again, coming into my deadlift. I'm going to start my timer. So again, for my deadlift, my heaviest is my kettlebell. That micro bend in the legs. So I'm not bending into a squat, I'm lowering and lifting, hinging at the hips, sticking the bum back, weight close to the body. Keeping the chest high. Nice and strong. Nearly there. Last 15 seconds. Okay, then we're coming to the rows. So I'm going to start my 1 minute again. I'm coming to my bent over rows, grabbing my dumbbells. Nice and strong. Nearly there. Halfway through. Again, keep that core really pulled in. So it's nice and pulled in and engaged. It's protecting the lower back, but then we're also getting a core workout as we go. Remember, keep track of the weights you're using and where you're at. These sets, these supersets, is going to feel a lot harder, but we're just working through. Nearly there. Last few seconds. Done. Okay. So the final one we've got is we're coming to a 45-second plank. So I am going to bring it up, find my forearm, stack my weight, nice deep breaths. Nearly there. Last few seconds. We've got this, nice and strong. Final few seconds, nice deep breaths. Done. Relax it down. So that was one round. We're saying do it 2 to 3 times. So I'm going to come through it a second time with you, demoing with the dumbbells. Go through it again. I'd like you to try and do it 2 to 3 times. So again, we're going to come to that timer. We're going to start that timer, 1 minute. And we're coming through those exercises again. So we've got our squats and shoulder presses. So start for 1 minute. I'm coming into my squat. So I'm hip width. I'm sinking it down and up. My dumbbells on either side of my leg, coming down as low as I can. Nearly there. Halfway through. Last 15 seconds. Okay, so I'm coming to my shoulder press now. So again, I'm going to start that 1 minute timer. Lift and lower. Nearly there. Halfway through. We've got this. Nice and strong. Last 10 seconds. Done. Okay, so then we've got the next two. We're doing our deadlift. So I'm going to start that 1 minute. Deadlift down and up with my dumbbells. So we've got the deadlift bent over rows. So that's the thing, it's 1 minute of work with a lot less rest. So we're just working through as best we can. Slow it down if you need to. Really focus. So like I say, we're coming through that second round. So that's taking us to around 10 minutes. If you can do it another 1 or 2 times after that, just give it that little push. That'd be amazing. Last few seconds. Okay, and then we're coming to that row. So I'm going to start that minute again. Sink in, row up and down. Nice and strong. Nice and controlled. So elbows close to the body. Weights coming up to the chest. Last 10 seconds. Okay, and then we're coming into that final 45-second plank. Start, let's go. Nearly there. Nice deep breaths, nice and stacked. Cores in. We've got this. Halfway there. Final little push. And we are done. So that's 2 rounds of that. If you can do it for another round, maybe even another one after that, amazing. So do as many rounds as you can when you can fit it in. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, good luck.